Hello, welcome back to Dead Cells. We're playing on hard mode. One boss cell. Oh, we get to keep our weapon. That's good. One boss cell. Okay. It might be worth doing like the 30, hitting the first challenge, honestly. That's a nice bow. Okay, why is it so zoomed in? Was it always this zoomed in? Were there updates? I don't know. I'm so out of touch with things today, honestly. Let's go. I mean, if I can get the 2 minutes at the same time, it doesn't hurt, right? But we'll see. Hello, slowness, my old friend. Yeah, we're just baiting out that shot from that guy. Honestly, that's what we're doing. Like I've been not feeling right all day, and since I woke up, well, for starters, my alarm, which was set for 11, didn't go off. So that was the beginning of a shit day. And then I was just feeling shit, and then, like, ready to play games with someone, and then, like, they didn't turn up on the weekends, and then they put a tweet, I don't want to play this game, and it's just like, really, really feeling shit about a lot of things. So, we're gonna play. Okay, we're trying to be quick. What is this? Secrets. I can smell it. I can... Invisible man. I actually saw the guy. Okay, that's not terrible. That wasn't a terrible dealing with the invisible guy. I think they've actually nerfed the invisible guy a bit. So he's not as bad. Right, chicken. What am I doing? What am I... I'm trying to teleport. But he's like, dance on the chicken. You don't need this chicken. Dance, dance, chicken dance. No. The invisible guy. Sure, there's a couple of them. Not as bad as they used to. I like this bow. I really like this bow. Okay, hi. Candy food. Find some cooking brand. What are you talking about? I was about to take it with you. Good luck. It's a frying pan. That's what you're on about. Okay. I'm just going to recycle this. Thanks. What do you think of that? Let's go. What do you need? Well, you gave me the frying pan and it's gone now. I'm actually not going to buy anything from you. There is something over there. In the teleporter zone. Okay, this pauses time. A weird altar. Look at the strange little men holding it. There's a butter. Okay, there are some strange people that are naked holding it up. Tickle the butter. A face flask inflicts 5 damage. Crush the face on your... Crush a flask on your forehead. Dealing low damage to yourself. Inflict damage for 0.2 seconds. Brilliant. Is it Team Fortress 2? Smash the glass on your face and oh my god, I can't believe I have to run all this way to get back to this. Oh, also start roll, hold to roll, attack display, disable attack warning, display the number of enemy kills without being hit. Yes. Okay, I saw another streamer have this on the screen and I'm like, this is what I've been calling for forever. It's a thing. Why have I never ever seen this? Sorry, I got distracted by the thing. This is literally a thing that I've been wanting for the longest time, and it's in the game. This is why I want to, like, not entirely rush for the 2 minutes. Because, like, the things are important. I do like purple. But I'm at 12 without being hit already. I feel like we just got hit. And now we're back up. Okay. Well, we're definitely not doing the 2 minutes, sadly. Let's sell it. Let's... Let's be a bit more careful. Immediately is not careful. The mushroom boy. You know, fucks the 20. I mean, we gotta go down this hole, right? Also, what is wrong with me? I'm not using my things anymore. Why did we need that rather than the ladder, which literally has the thing? I don't know. Okay. I'm so out of touch. I'm so out of thoughts today. Specialist shop. Wow, eccentric demand. Yes. That turns things into whatever they can do. This is like a secret treasure chest. There has to be a secret to the treasure chest that I'm not understanding. The treasure map. There's a purpose to use it. And it probably is just like on the Rise of the Giants area. Oh my god. Kill me now. just kill me. Like... It has to be to do with the Rise of the Giants, right? Is there something there? Okay. Like, use the map on that area and see that there is something actually down in the waters below. Is what I'm picturing. Okay. Don't you dare. Rare blueprint. Porcupack. Interesting. Is that piggy backpack? That came out in a different way to what I intended. A piggyback. I just meant a backpack that's like pork sign. 100% damage to a burning target, or 40% cumulative up to 8 max. I think what we've got is better. Like plus 100% damage is better than plus 40%. Plus. Did we ever electrify things? I think we're more likely to burn something than electrify, ever. Dead for a while. Yes, he has. Okay, all my biters are popping, but that's fine. I just after a bite to eat. I need to bite. We're not getting to ever have. No. I guess that's just always unlocked now, right? Because there's like no option to talk to the thing for the key. Toxic sewers we go to a lot, right? I know I shouldn't have really used my thing, my healing. There is chicken, right? Let's just eat the chicken. Because we wasted one of our things. Also, watching another streamer. I don't know how you bring up that app. Switch display! You can see. Okay, Promenade of the Condemned. Dilapidated Arboretum. I guess we have to go to them since they've added this. To see the paths. Because I've been to all of these, and it knows that I've been to all of these, but it's not showing me the paths. Locked. Probably because DLC that I don't have. But you can see that it shows you the path. Dilapidated Arboretum goes to the morass. Toxic sewers goes to the corrupted prison. The prison depths. The promenades of condemned. So that's another reason to go to the promenades of condemned, I guess. To go see and unlock all the paths. To show. You know, we're going to have all the paths unlocked again. And show all the paths that all the doors can lead to make, you know, plans for things that you may want to go to. Definitely failed. Porcupack. Rolling through enemies attacks them with the melee weapon in your backpack. That's actually pretty interesting. It's a mutation. It's interesting. Definitely an interesting option. Like 30 DPS per arrow stuck in enemies. It takes a small amount of HP, depending on the attack damage, as long as you have an active speed buff. I don't like that it's like you have to have an active speed buff though. Activate the force field, increases your health by 8.1%. I think I used to take that a lot, right? But we've lost all of our things for some reason. You, I'm not going to waste money on. You, yeah, more damage after killing an enemy is just smart. Okay. So, I mean, using your flask once, now that there's the additional +1 per floor and not just wait till the full refill. Yeah, it's a smart use. Use it once, and only once, if you can help it. We are on hard. 444, that's going to be, like, harder to match the time on than... than actually going under 2 minutes, right? Damn it. The rose. Sorry, do you mind? I'm having a communion with Rose. I remember. And it's like they've made that a lot more obvious. That used to be like very hard to see. I remember it used to be very challenging to see that Rose. I mean, I didn't remember until I saw the rose, I'll admit. And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's a thing. Also, I'm not using my skills anywhere near as much as I used to when I first played through, remotely. And I think that's my downfall. Like, I used to be big skillman. A rose by any other name. It's just a bush. Okay. Aha, there it is. I was going to say, I'm not really seeing the entrance here. There's still another underpath. There was somewhere else again. That's 2. Right, deal with the annoying enemies first. Right, let's go down here. Aha, perfect. We are using the purple, so, and I am a bit of a purple man. So let's grab some extra purple, right? Rub your hands. We messed up that jump. Hello, everything exploding. Hello, elite runner that I definitely didn't activate. That was scary. He was quick. Poisons enemies that wound you, or minus 5% damage. We'll stick with the minus 5% damage. It's only 1 coin, but you gotta take it. Like, elites seem to activate from a bigger distance now. Okay. And I was literally about to say, we're doing great for not taking damage. And then, oh, actually, there's this huge, fast, strong, harder, better, faster, stronger elite that is just coming to kick your ass right now for literally thinking it. You didn't even say it to curse it. You only thought it. Okay. I like my purples. I know we're in reds. There we go, red. We've evolved to a red player, I guess, now. Machete and pistol. What are we at? 3, 6, 3. That's not a lot. 398, 398. That's just not worth it, mate. Not worth it. Ouch. Okay, smack me in the ass for being bad. I am actually, like... so bad. Nice of you to just line up and let me shoot you. We're gonna take a sip. Just get back out of there. Okay. Anything? Half kind of feels like maybe, but no. I think it's just we're actually under where we were before. Wow, you actually did throw that pretty far, I'll admit. Did he die? Aha, Cleaver. Cleaver Jones. I'm gonna save my money. Like, it is actually a waste of money to use it this early. Okay. We're getting reacquainted, which is all the more reason to play these earlier levels, right? So we're at 6. Now we can actually keep an eye on the death count. Like we can be smart about it. We can definitely be smart about all the enemies that we're attacking. I like this bow. This bow is actually like really strong. He is destroying everything. Hi. Nice of you to let me drop in on you. It's been a while. Okay. We're also going to be a bit careful about taking damage, because I want to get the bonus for killing 60 enemies. But we're not going to be too careful. Like, I think I've probably just been way too more cautious in the past, which is like, you know, maybe everything you need to do for purples, blah, 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 blah. Don't think I care. You know, purple, you definitely have to be a lot more careful. For certain. And we are wearing purple because we're a purple at heart. But I guess we've kind of changed. It's nice that the doors are all unlocked. That never used to be a thing. Like, they never used to stay unlocked for you. It used to be you had to unlock it every single time you went through. Shoots an arrow upward. Shots explode into a toxic cloud. That's why that's so good. It's like it's a star thing. You used to have to get these keys literally every single time that you go through. But I guess they decided that's not nice. So if you unlock it once, they're unlocked forever. That's pretty cool. Ah. I knew he was there. I actually did. I thought we messed up. I thought that was going to be it and we were going to miss our... Miss that shot. He jumped preemptively to where we were going. That is dirty. Smart AI, I'll admit. But he teleported to where we were jumping to. Thankfully, we'd already like put the thing in the rows. But still, that was smarter than I thought he was going to be. Yet. Okay, so killing enemies without taking hits is like one thing. Navigating traps, on the other hand, is entirely another. I had to take a few moments to make sure we weren't, you know, gonna jump into some spikes. Okay. Some trash shields that I never use. There's nothing down there. 38. We're running out of level. Don't ask me why, but something tells me there's an invisible enemy somewhere around here. Fuck. That was just like the yips. Yep. The pressure. It was like... We're gonna get it. I felt it, so we got hit because I thought we were gonna get hit. And no. The self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, fine. We get hit by literally everything. There probably was enough enemies left in the run, but I just felt it. I just felt we were going to get hit. Right, I'm going to take the HP. 4 boss cells, a chest. What do you have for me? Okay, it's a green blade. It doesn't do anything better than our existing one, but if we'd have been leveling up green, it is a slow attack. That's why I don't like that. That could have been a good weapon. Let's move along. Again, I'm gonna play on hard modes. Like, I know people can play it on normal modes and beat it easily. Gonna beat it on hard mode. We have beat the main game on hard mode, but not one boss cell. Prisoner 545. No visible wounds. Must have died of hunger. Seems he wasn't able to make it up, even though there's a teleporter right there. He couldn't get it up. Stay! Stop climbing. It is back. There's something at the bottom. It's an infantry grenade. I mean, the swarm doesn't do any damage, and this already creates biters, so... I mean, they do more damage to burning oil, and we do burn things with oil, thanks to our swords. But... tunnel collapsed. Most of the walls just will attack with a small tool. Really? No way? Or do I need a specific weapon? A little spoon! Aha! No! I can't collect the spoon. There's clearly a path there. I guess it's just for show because it's not on the map. Heavy crossbow 2. I kinda like multiple knocks. I'm not gonna lie. Double crossbow-matic. 460, 460. They're both sell for the same. I'm just gonna sell them. I like what we got going on. There's another rose. Just gonna take all the roses with us. It'll be fine. They're my roses. Okay. So it's definitely looking like we would have had enough enemies to do the challenge. We still might. It's still a possibility. I like that he has iframes whilst I'm in this. How dare you be invincible to that saw blade you were stood on. Nothing. Okay, time to teleport into the depths. 12. So yeah, there would have been enough enemies. Incentivized? Okay. I might go there because that's incentivized. Like, we haven't been there often. It is a harder area. As such, might have better rewards. Let's see if we can't get these 60. It's plausible. Copium, he says. Right. We can still get 60 without taking hits. There's an exit down there. And a teleporter. But I think there are no enemies and it's just a secret shop. And we're not going to use that exit. We're going to go to the morass. Or the morass, as it probably is pronounced. Fuck. Yeet. Okay, thankfully he didn't teleport while we were down. Need to... sneak in there and take care of that. Hi. Yeah. Having a good day there. Okay, he had some interesting teleports going on. My sword isn't quite as long as I thought it was. And it's just, not quite doing the trick. That's my problem. Hello. Statue of the King of the Islands. How can you see anything with that helmet on? True. That's not what I was trying to get you to do, heads. Oink. Who needs to risk getting injured, right? Not me. This is the prison depths, I believe. You haven't been there for a while either. The Ossuary, same difference. Same difference. It's not incentivized though, only the morass. Ramparts. Again, you know, just jumping off the top is actually the same what we did. 22. So we would have had enough for 60. I've wasted so much time. Let's go to the morass. 16 minutes. Oh, I think there might be a 15-minute tour as well. Mutations are precious tools. Choose carefully. Definitely choose carefully in everything in life. 60. Okay, no time at all. So it was a 60 only, but I screwed it. 31 cells. What am I going to put them in? Like, we had the barnacle before, and I can't believe that got rid of that. Wave of Denial was pretty strong. The Curse Swords. Wrenching Whip. Giant Killer. Fire Blast. Sure, that's reds. Let's take that. When oil is present, and we do have an oily thing. So, that is a good synergy. And the rest can go into that. Oh, replaces the bow. Keep in backpack. Let's put it in our backpack. For now. Long press to empty the backpack. Okay. So now I understand how the backpack works. We're just going to carry it with us. We might not ever use it. 762. 331. I like the bow too much. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do, mate. There's too many things to empty my backpack. I'm trying to take the thing back out the backpack. Right. Hello. Melee kills reduce skill cooldowns. Again, I'm not using them enough. Yes. Let's take Necromancy. Then we can get some health back after killing an enemy. That seems pretty good. Okay. Right. So. I'm just gonna place it. Seems pretty strong. Can do it forever. Seems actually pretty OP. Okay. We'll keep that in our backpack. Considering we coat things in burning oil and it's red and it does more damage, it seems smart. And it's got a pretty long range and we can just hold it forever. So I think, it's pretty good. And it does fire synergies, which we might have a lot of, seemingly. So yeah, pretty strong. Mobs will drop more gold and cells here. Yes, that's specifically why I came. How? Okay, that's the problem. That's the problem. Hey. That was stronger than last time. Do they get stronger every time? Hi. Point. Mammoth is there? Okay. So we used a heal already, but that's fine. Okay, he was too busy dealing with my biters to eat. Okay. Hi, that was dirty. I think I don't like this the fire thing that much. I'm spending too much time. It's not doing enough damage to be worth it. An extra jump in midair, dodging plants to bombs, some extra levels. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm wasting too much time trying to min-max some nonsense, so let's get rid of that. Like, it was good in essence. And hearing all the crits trigger was nice and all, but it's just not doing it. And poison is like good anyway, so like, the poison just seems better, honestly. Sure, it's a bit less aggro damage, but the crits just weren't doing it. Like, that is much better. That's maybe all three of the bows do 400 damage, which just makes it actually more damage than it appears. There's nothing here, is there? Just some lore. Okay, let's move along. Swiftly along. Don't you dare. Too slow. Ha. Okay, we're good at the dodges. And we... Hi. We got our health back from what we'd lost. Thanks to the mutation that we had, isn't it? 2 boss cells required. Shit. I had to say it, didn't I? Oh yeah, we got our health back. Dies immediately. Okay, he got some good timed attacks in there. Yeah, making the health back like that took us back up to half HP pretty quickly, didn't it? It's a pretty powerful one. Rather than the come back from life at 0 HP death once, like the health necromancer is just better. And that's probably the one that we had, rather than whatever the other like health thing that I'm trying to unlock is. But definitely some of them, like the Wave of Denial and things, I definitely had those unlocked. Machete and pistol. I hate that everything goes backwards like that. Okay. Hakuto's bow is the marking bow. I'm gonna sell. Like, I can't resist, even though they only give us 1 gold. I'm like, must sell. Okay, this time we'll do 30 without taking damage. He says, taking damage on literally... Well, we hadn't killed an enemy at that point. Okay, this isn't going so well. Nope, this is not going to... Like, it's... Because this weapon's too slow. Like, it attacks really, really slow. That's... compared to the weapon we were just using. That's what's causing me problems. We'll just have to adapt to the slower attack. Okay, mark the enemies. So that incentivized zone, it really paid off for us, didn't it, huh? Really well paid off. Did not. Mushroom boy! Hello, we will not kill you. I'm sorry for murdering you and sacrificing you. I may do if we go to that area again. But for now, you get to live, Mushroom Boy. Okay, this is a paused area. It's a pile of swords and a stack of bones. Some of these skulls look so badass. They look really cute. Kicks them in the face. It's a bone. I was trying to pick up the bone, sir. Bone! Hitting with the second attack enables whirlwind attack. It deals critical damage. I mean, it's a lot less damage. I think I'll pass. You know, as nice as that sounds, I'll have to pass on that. Okay. This is an exit. Too many invisible men. Okay, he died really quickly. I appreciate that they died quicker. Okay, I thought he would be dead. Shit. Bye, invisible man. I don't care about that machete. I'm just gonna go to the sewers. I know we got 21 enemies rather than 30. We're within 2 minutes. That's all that matters. We got a scroll. No, we got both of the scrolls in the level. Okay, that is huge. Like, because they've changed things since I played. Nope, there's no secrets, okay, but there is a bit of goop that I would have undoubtedly fallen into. Burn the ground you dodge. Minus 5% damage. Damage from projectiles is reduced. And it's a level of reds. Like, you know, burning the ground when you dodge seems good. Taking less damage is way better. Just, you know, just saying, that's way better. We probably could have got the 30 as well. That would have been brilliant to get both of them. Okay, don't care about the outfit. Right, we're gonna start getting the increased max health. I think that might not be terrible. We'll hold off on that. Give me more damage for now. Don't need it. Can't use that right now. We've lost a little bit of health, but I'll take £3,000. I'll probably find a wall chicken or something. It's surprising that doesn't just, like, make you drink it and fill up your health. You know, like, if you're missing any health, it's just make you drink it, right? Not be like, nope, you don't need it, but I kind of do. Mushroom boy, why aren't you here? Ow! Oh my god, that hurt. I think that scorpion critted the heck out of me there. That was pain incarnate. There's an invisible man somewhere back there dying on something I left behind. Don't care, it's an invisible man. Looks like a warning message from the yard. Written in red, so I must be written in blood. Make sure you don't miss your guard duty outside the monster's room. It won't be easy to chain up. Wouldn't like to have to do it all over again. Another monster? This is something new. Hi. Damn you. I sacrificed Mushroom Boy. I want a faster attacking weapon, actually. Like, it's just a bit slow for me. Wouldn't want to chain it all up over and over again, would you? Yeah, the slowness of this is not my style, and will definitely get me killed. Way too slow. Mushroom Boy, that's not what I wanted to do. Wow. He yeeted him onto another platform that he didn't die from. Mushroom Boy. Okay, he's actually hindering me more than he's helping right now. Mushroom Boy, please stop kicking them all over the shop. Okay, you can yeet that one. Great work, Mushroom Boy! Okay. I prefer a Mushroom Boy over an Island Boy anything. The ammo stuck in boing! Thanks, Mushroom Boy, you saved my ass. I want to get up there, but that's annoying. That didn't spread the Hakuto curse. Mushroom Boy, you're actually going to get me murdered. you dodge past the enemy, Mushroom Boy kicks it so that its attack still hits you. You're actually pretty bad, Mushroom Boy. Not gonna lie. That was the wrong way. Now you don't want to go and... Look, he's right there waiting for you, Mushroom Boy. Just watching it fly off the screen is hilarious, but... Mushroom Boy! I need to... I don't think this Mushroom Boy's for me. You know, after the way this one's acting, I mean, it's probably because I sacrificed his brother, but... The way this one is acting, I'm definitely sacrificing this one if we end up in that zone. Like, this Mushroom Boy is just asking for it. Quite literally. You finish him, Mushroom Boy. Okay, we're at 53 enemies. I suddenly noticed and then, like, pressure again. Don't die to jumping in acid. That would be the worst way to get injured. It's just like you dove down into some acid. Okay, we've got a one boss cell door. Let's go. With a chest. I mean, it's a better version. Victims burn when they launches grenades and the enemies explode. It's still the shit weapon though, but... Okay, it's just the waterfall. I saw the movement and I thought there's an invisible enemy there and he's gonna ruin my life. Okay, Twin Daggers is actually really good and this is like great. 30% more damage to a slowed enemy as well. I don't know if we can slow any enemies, but it's a lot more DPS and it's the faster attacks that I like. So we are definitely not breaking the game. We're taking it. And then even more damage. Okay. Hold. Kick it open. I think. Okay. Inevitably, I'm gonna jump in some water or some trap and screw myself. Is that the shitty smack your face and self in the face last? That doesn't work. Come over here. Okay. We're just gonna be a little resinous and a little extra cautious. Okay, 58 enemies. Mushroom boy, I know you're eager to hop and have a bath. I thought that was an enemy coming at me then. Okay, 60 enemies. I did it a bit dirty, but we got it. Okay, now we can just fight and play, and who cares if we get injured. Okay, that's a different bow. There's another spot. Okay. Reds, as always. Mushroom boy. Oh, I popped him. That's why he's gone. Probably for the best, actually. Like, he was not a good boy. Gonna sell these. Not mine. Now, I like that our sword gives us more bite of ramparts. Not incentivized, so we don't really care. It's too easy of an area. No teleporters anywhere near. Ice bow. Right, so that's better than that. Because the Hokuto's bow is actually better. And this will kind of slow enemies as well. Like, it's... I knew it. I knew that would happen eventually. Like, in this area, it just always happens. And it slows them, which is, like, literally works with our weapon. But even better synergies. But the Hokuto's bow does mark enemies to get extra damage, so that can be good. But it's got 2 notches on it, and, like... This is just better. Honestly. Right. Still areas we haven't discovered. Good job. Great. Great job. Dipping your feet in the acid. Perfect. No nearer teleporter, so we're just going to walk it. Down we go! Hello. Don't mind if I drop into you. I mean, I'm going to upgrade green even though purple gives us more HP at the moment. We've got some green stuff. That's not the worst. That's the other problem with Mushroom Boy as well, is like... I keep exploding him. Because I'm like, press both your things, use both your powers. So we've killed our Mushroom Boy. So we're gonna... Items called from the dead. 107 damage. Like, Mushroom Boy's just screwing us though. I remember. Only money, but still. Okay. We might want Mushroom Boy for sacrificing in the sacrificial room. More than anything, he's a pain. A legendary, you say? A legendary blowgun. Poisons its victim. Colorless. Shops leave a trail of flames. It's... okay. But we're slowing down enemies with our thing. I think I prefer that. Right, we've got a slow synergy at the moment. So I'm going to stick with that. Well, that was... they got destroyed pretty quickly. And, like, freezing a boss is just, like, really good as well. And slowing it down. Okay, back up to 40. Condemned prison. Right, do we want to go anywhere else? There was... haven't been here, it's incentivized, it's harder. Hence why I don't go this route. Sure, why not? Hard mode's doing everything extra hard, why not? In 10 minutes? Okay, we got the 60. There's no 15-minute one. I don't know if that's like, you know, maybe just a different area. It might be like 15 minutes is the area after this. Honestly, the root grenade is better than the crusher. Like, it stops things in place. I'm gonna take it. Like, the crusher doesn't ever seem to trigger that much. Root grenades, we can stop some enemies dead in their tracks. I'll take it. Hello, hello. All the way down to... Ice crossbow we can unlock. Almost. I kind of feel like with using... Okay, increases your health. We'll take that. By 10%. And the rest we'll put into gold reserve. Hello. If I upgrade it, that changes, I think. Slows down after Thor 2 times longer, plus 75% damage on rooted targets, and now we have a rooter. So everything is working pretty well together. A rooter, not a modem. Everything is working pretty well together. I like the necromancer. Like, increasing health. Increase the health by 10% might be smarter than necromancy. Because if you just have the higher health anyway, then, you know, overall the heals, like, you're probably making more than you ever regen, right? And that will go up the more we upgrade green as well. So it will be more than 10% extra. And on top of all the other health increases, it's just going to be massive. Hey, you dare hit me. You have been very naughty. Fine. It's not a good idea. Because this area is kind of hard. It's only 10 enemies. You do give me one of these, I'll admit. Which is great. Yeah, that takes the health to plus 30 and plus 11. So I'm going to do that for huge amounts of health. Not that it really matters at the moment, because we're taking a lot more damage. Okay, colourless. So that will apply to whatever our highest level is. 25% less damage when you're near it. This is huge. And some money. Okay. Oh yeah, we can't resonantly use our head anymore with the curse. Used to be able to. I do not know that enemy. Oh no. That's a problem. There are new enemies since I played. I don't know how that thing works. We being chased? We need to be a bit careful. We can't throw our head off to tease the curse. Yeah, I'm very worried about what that enemy does because I have no idea how it even attacks. So, that. Oh, big birds. Big birds. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, big bird is too overpowered. That's just the secret. That's not the curse lifted. Okay, the curse is lifted. Now we can afford to take hits. Okay, there was a war between us. Right. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with those birds. They are a problem that I don't have to even deal with. Get out of there. There's an iron key. Interesting, interesting. The rat got me of all things. Twice. It's the first ever time I've been hit by a rat. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna call that it's because I chickened out on the birds. And they were like, fine, the rats hit you then. You're afraid to face the overpowered birds that are like light speed with their attacks and chase you to the nth degree? We'll let a rat hurt you. We can still get 60. Starts attacking, realizes everything is shielded and won't take damage. Fine, we dealt with it. Yeah, don't try and attack an enemy that can't take damage. That's not going to end well. We don't want any of those. Okay. This cake back there should be needed. Hi. Okay, we've learned what his attack does at least. I shouldn't have turned round. I was trying to shoot it and then turn around. I should have just embraced shooting it. Because we freeze it. I didn't need to run away. That was stupid running away. Don't run. Embrace your fates. Hi. You're immortal right now. Good for you. I'll leave you to your fate. Okay, we dealt with that. Thank you, biters! Was there something on the floor there? Time has paused, at least. That's Kuto's, isn't it? I'm gonna take this. Nerves of Steel. Okay, so that's fired at the right moment for crits. Victims freeze nearby enemies when they die. How are the ways? Double crossbow-matic. It is colour. I could pivot from red because of all our colours. You know, I'm just going to sell it. Just going to sell it. Dead sell it. See, this is interesting. We can go backwards in the level. Sure, why not? Even heroes need to rest sometimes. It's like this isn't shown on the map as a route, right? But if you have the opportunity to go backwards, it's like we're in the ramparts now. What was that? The prison depths or the corrupted prison? I don't know where that was. It was somewhere on the map. And now we're at the ramparts. Confused itself in the process. Mostly I did it because we're at 1450 and I think there might be like a 15-minute thing for an extra door for some extra bonuses. So that's why I did that. After being hit is okay. Plus 25% damage if there are no enemies. That's not what we want. Only 10% if you buy a deployed skill. Ammo for your own weapons is now 2 times that much. HP increased by 50%. But that's enough. Like, that's just really good. Like, fine, cut it in half. Just give us loads more HP. I'm okay with that. Honestly. We don't heal that much, so having just more HP, fine. Right? Maybe there wasn't a time door. Maybe it was in that area if there was one. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Let's just progress. I think we got most of the level anyway, so even if... Damn you. Even if there was not a time door, we progressed through most of it. Is that a different enemy back up there? I've never seen him before. There might be new enemies. Right, what are my levels? 514. And it's tempting to pivot to this. Honestly. Give me the HP. It's tempting to pivot to green. Very tempting. The wolf trap is good. Launches 2 traps that root enemies. Yes, so it's the same as roots. Increases your movement speeds, and it's better than the root grenades. I'll take it. Why is there no teleport there? And sometimes I just want the teleporter to be nearer the thing. Like, that's a huge trek for that teleporter. I don't care about that one enemy. He's not going to make any difference. Only one arrow hit the target, right in the heads. Good job. Supply of bows and arrows. What is this bow? Multiple knocks. Okay. Shoots an arrow behind, plus 3 ammo. I mean, it's a lot more damage than the freezing. So it's tempting. 27 ammo. Compared to the 4 on this. Plus 30% damage. I'll stick with what we got. I think the damage on our sword is just, like, our primary. So whilst the bow does a lot more damage, like, buffing our sword is just the smartest thing. That's an area we've already been, so we don't need to think about trying to find a way in. Okay. Invisible enemies are a problem with this. Ow. Biters, he's your problem. He's in a spot that I can't attack him. He's actually being cheesy. Damn him. Okay. he got me. They got ball players. Yeah, just slowly and casually, carefully climb down the ladder. That's exactly what I took. That's the one thing I hate. Like, the bows, they do whatever they want. You might think, oh, I'm shooting this. Nope. Bow says otherwise. It doesn't have the intelligence of what I want it to do. Hakuto may drop an item. Maybe they've buffed it so that it's like has a bit more purpose. Hello. Oh, I thought he was an elite. I saw that thing above his head and thought he was an elite. That's why I was like, I have to attack him. He's like triggered already. That was not what was going on. $19 enemies. Okay. Nothing else? Nothing else. There's a scroll up here. It's like always the way. You could have done that with a bit more damage, but you didn't, because you didn't take the scroll. I mean, I have to take the plus 50% HP, right? You have to go with the extra damage at times, but shit. That didn't freeze him. But at times you got to go with the HP, especially when like the primary damage that you're taking or using isn't available. I'm gonna blame the bow on that one. Like, I wanted the bow to hit the thing that was like next to me, but it didn't. There definitely wasn't anything else. That's the use of the wolf's trap. Like, it stops enemies dead in their tracks. Yeah, so you just focus on the biters. The number of times I've dove into a pit like that as well. A few times, just a few. Right. At least we didn't dive into it. What is this? Nothing? Nothing? A suspicious nothing hole. Far too suspicious. I saw that secret. Yes. I like that my thing took care of business whilst I was just like, I'm just climbing back up here. I wanted the wall chicken. I know, it wasn't chicken, it was a pastry. Same difference. Maybe even more delicious. Maybe. Hello? What hit me? Okay. What actually even hit me there? I did not see anything near me. I'm dubious on that one. Blackbridge. Is it incentivized? Don't think it was. We might go to the Blackbridge. Nothing. We're definitely not getting 60 enemies, I can tell you that. For free! It's very unlikely that we're going to get 60 enemies. Nah. I feel I've messed it up a bit too much. I like that they took care of business whilst I was on this side with that lesser enemy. I took care of the big boy. They dealt with the small. Okay, let's move along. And the invisible enemies aren't on this floor anymore, which is actually good, he says. And then they'll probably appear now that I've said it. You know, the pressure was getting there again. I was like, I'm not getting hit. I let the pressure get to me. Too much. Too much! Zoom. That's actually a thing. It's a shot. Alright, what you got for sale? We're mostly in reds. Nope. Don't want any of that. I'm sure people like learn better what things can be in the shops and like what is in different mutation skill trees, but I don't. Not ready yet. Yeah, I'm sorry. I accidentally recalled it before it was finished. I wasn't ready to recall it. I meant to leave it on that guy. Well, that'll do. Bye. Okay, I'm just gonna run before I get in trouble. Out of ammo. Isn't quite going to plan. I'll just say that. I'll take. Right, you take one of those. Hello, get off and call me in the morning. The morning will come soon. Ooh. Frostbite. Do you think that was because we froze it, or was that just coincidence? Like, well, there goes any chance of getting 60 enemies without taking damage. That was close. That was, thankfully, that wasn't a cliff. That was close. It's like, I thought we were falling, and I was like, yeah, that's death. Well, I mean, it doesn't kill you entirely, still. I really thought that was it, and we were going to take stupid pointless damage. That's a teleport there. I will take it. Take me to the Blackbird. Seems to be the only way out. Plus, we've got a good set of items for him. We've got the wolf's trap, we've got a freezing bow. These are good for this guy. Even heroes need rest sometimes. And hydration. Sometimes it's important to hydrate and to take a rest and contemplate what you are doing with your life. Enemies suffer 131 damage per second whilst they're slowed down. Holy! Considering we've got a lot of slowing down things that we're not going to be able to unlock it, and we've already filled our mutations. But if we hadn't, that could have been really, really good. Lifetime. Not bad. Like, we had on the magnetic grenade and everything unlocked before we did. Critical hits if they're bleeding or poison. Wrenching whip. Place crossbow. Lightning bolts. I'm gonna start some progress to for the next floor. that will give us one of them that will be very strong on the next. It's a fast weapon, it'll replace that and we'll be golden. Just hello, Mr. Prisoner. Okay, back at full flask. We've got a boss that we shouldn't, Copium, have problems with. Shouldn't. The old days, the bridge linked the village to the prison. Like, he's in a narrow area. We're gonna use our ability and the wolf's traps just like... As long as I don't do something really stupid like that, because I haven't played this game in forever. Because I didn't think he did his area of attack until, like, we hit him a bit. I didn't think he could do it, like, immediately. Like, if he tries to move, he goes into a wolf's trap. Oh my god. I'm fucking this up pretty bad. Right, so he'll dive into that and, like, get stuck. Hello? And if he misses our wolf's trap, we can freeze him in the air with the bow anyway, so... Okay, we went through him because we attacked too strong. I thought we were dead. I was like... No, it's fine. Biter Swarm. And it makes us take less damage. It does more damage to frozen breathing, but this sinew slice is colourless. Nerves of Steel. Encrypts a crit. We turned down a better one, so we will sell you. Flints. That's a new weapon. We didn't have that blueprint. To the next level. Passage to the Still Village and the Slumbering Sanctuary. They've renamed it. And that's probably... It's not very bright, but at least there aren't many. Yeah. This is where the 15 minutes was. It's that no hitting the boss. Okay, we could have done that. Opium. We could have. I don't want to reforge anything. Although I can upgrade that to S class. I do like the 25% less damage when we're near it. So I'm not going to. Okay. 100% of them will be plus, right? Let's just... Well, we didn't have a lot of cells. Should have taken more cells and not spent them on the previous floor. Hi, I have nothing for you. What do you think of that? That's the first time I've broke that door. Slumbering Sanctuary. Okay, we'll refill our health. Okay, so we are in the Black Bridge, which it doesn't say where it leads to. That and the graveyard. So it can lead to all of them. That one is the Slumbering Sanctuary, which I'm not feeling, honestly. And this, the Fractured Shrine. Okay, maybe they've changed it. It's DLC that we don't have, right? Right, it's Fatal Falls. Let's see. Okay. But I'm sure it used to lead to the graveyard as well. But again, you know, game changes over time. I haven't been to Still Village in forever anyway. Why not? Might as well get reacquainted. But it's nice that they've made that mark of change on it. There's a round to cross? Interesting. 871. We've got 900 and leets extra damage. And this attack's slow. I'm not a slow attacker. Okay, we are multiple doors deep at this point. A woman who opted for the fast method. Strange. She doesn't seem to be infected. Yeah, last words. My ladies won't get us. I'll protect you. I'll protect you. Throat slit. So she slit his throat and then hung herself. So it's not like she hung herself because her husband was dead or anything. She killed him to save them from the malaise and then killed herself. So... what is there in here? What is the point of this? Nothing? Just law? One boss sell law. That's new. But again, you know, I haven't been here since getting the one boss sell, so... makes sense. Stop throwing those biters at me. Yeah, I prefer those guys to the invisible guys. They're a nice improvement. Shit. I'm trying to take care of this. Okay, everything. There's a million of everything right now. It's a little chaotic. Hi, there's still more spawners. Oh god. Hi. You're new. Hello. Nice to meet you. Chaos is what is going on. Chaos. Pure chaos. Okay, things are still shaking the screen. I think that something heavy is fighting my minions. Quick bow. Okay. Victims freeze, but still, it's not really a good improvement on our ice bow. I know it's purple and you haven't upgraded purple, which is why it's trash. Okay, I get it. Oh my god, you actually do deserve that laugh. Like, what are you trying to tell me? Wow, he was trying to fight this entire time and it wasn't dying. You're a crabber! I didn't get to see exactly what you were before, but now I do. You're a crab with a sword. I probably, he says, should use one of my heals. It would be smart. Nothing else. Right, let's move along. Excuse me, I made that jump. I probably don't need to do this because I think, like, the unlocked door at the end stays unlocked once you unlocked it, and this door might even already be unlocked. But you have to do it. Plus, we're probably only gonna get money out of it because we've probably already got everything out of it. I can get a lot more help from green. We're gonna take. I know our weapon is colourless as well, so it's like, well, not our main weapon, but like our additional thing. Durable. You had a scroll in you. I didn't even see that on your heads. So, you know, if I level up red, it will... not red, it's green. It will level up the colourless item. Take it. Heart of Ice. There's me trying to use my skills and it's like, no. You can block attacks. Crap. Okay, we're learning what the crab does. Slowly but surely, we're learning what these new enemies do. You don't get to spawn your millions of enemies. I don't know what I count with that, but it's now at 0. It probably wasn't copium anywhere near 60, right? Probably wasn't. Standing no chance of getting the 60. We don't need it anymore. How to deal with crabs. And other irritating enemies. Just sit on their heads. Okay, this is moving me too far forwards and I'm going through them with the attacks, and that's the problem. That's an even bigger problem. That thing is going to explode when we leave the room. It's the Forgotten Sepulchre. Hi. Like I said, an even bigger problem. Just gonna sell this right now. I was legit mad that that crab blocked that. I was like, how dare you? How dare you block my arrow freezing you? Plus 70% to a stun damage, plus 80% to a poisons. I mean, it's not that much of an upgrade. I think I'll hold my money for now. I'll hold off until we get a better upgrade. We didn't want to die to that, so just taking it a little easy. Let's just go all in on res. 22. Is there an easier way than climbing? No, I don't care. Difficult enemies in an awkward place to deal with. Just a recipe for disaster. Is that my biter or an enemy biter? It's an enemy. In the chaos of everything exploding, it's hard to tell sometimes what is what and what is going on. I do want the scroll. So I'm gonna... Right. You guys deal with that. They're just gonna laugh at it forever. Fine, I'll just sit in range and let it kill you. You guys want to sit laughing? Ha ha ha. But you guys are the ones that die. Crabbo. No. I know it's slow and not the greatest way of dealing with it, but... Biters! Biters are a problem. Sure. Like, that's almost 32%, and it'll upgrade that, so I think that's probably smarter. Wow. Oh, you just shoot a gun, huh? I guess that's how I got hit before. Okay, we're taking some bad damage. Wave of Denial. Or Twin Daggers, plus 40% on Electrified. 13. Oh, it's actually worse than the one that we got. So, Death Orb. That is colorless. This makes us take less damage and causes more damage. I'm gonna take it. Like, you know, why keep an ad that makes us take more damage if we're not even necessarily using it that much? Admittedly, he says. Move out of the way. We used the key for the Forgotten Sepulchre rather than going there. Is there even anything in there? I guess you have to interact with that thing to even see if there is anything in there. Which is the saddest part. Is that also something? No. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that is, like, causing injury. Space. We're not going to climb the tower. That's the pattern, right? We're going to go to the Forgotten Sepulchre because we've wasted a key on it. Secret. Secret. Okay, we got the secret. Take me to the Forgotten Sepulchre, which uses 2 rooms to get to and a key. Might not be the greatest place to go. Could the Malays have spared this part of the island? I doubt it. I doubt it. 26 minutes and 60 enemies. Nope. Didn't happen. Well, look who's here. It is me. Yes, it is. I'm gonna see if this gives us a really, really good rapier. It might. God resent. Like, we're never that worried about weapons. Colorless. Ooh. Okay. Shoots an arrow in front of you. Victims freeze. 1361. I'm gonna take it. It is colorless. So, I mean, we are at 10. It's probably a bit too late to pivot, but I could pivot. Okay. Right. Plus 70% damage to a stun target. Plus 70% damage on rooted targets. We root the targets. Increase your movement speed after killing an enemy. From that to a burning target. Okay. And we get to refill entirely our flask. Not that we really, really needed it. We might after this, though. High-ranking dignitaries were embalmed in sarcophagi. After a somewhat brutal ceremony, the skulls of their delegation were used to decorate the walls of the chamber. Entered as forgotten. Right, so this is the times one. I don't need to pay for your red. That would be a terrible idea. Would you like to take 1 hit of darkness and you die? I think not. Somehow I think that would not be smart with how strong the enemies are in this area and everything. And considering they're also like newer enemies now. Never fight in the darkness. Never sit and fight in the darkness. I don't know this mummy enemy. I've never seen it before. It never existed when I played. So... Shit, the invisible mum is here. They didn't exist when I played, so that's even more of a problem. We haven't missed anything. Pure nail, fire blast, and firebrand. None of that sounds appealing. Thank you, sir. We would have been dead if we took that cursed chest. I'm just saying. Right, we can afford to heal. Doesn't hurt to take a moment there to consider your life. Let's get our lamp back. Scroll of power. It's too late to pivot. Ouch. Okay, so he can dive pretty far, huh? Take me back to the lights. I think we killed that guy. I hate these invisible men so much. Have I said that ever? A million times? I think so. I think I have. just a couple of times. Hi. And we're not afraid of an elite. By any means. We didn't accidentally walk in there, like, no fear at all. Minus 10% damage. Nice. That's only damage from projectiles. This gives us 2 levels. Definitely didn't notice it after just walking in there casually. Oh, hi. Just on a Sunday stroll. Oh. It's an elite. Only an elite. I hate that I can't use my skills in the air. It's like, nope, you're in the air, you don't get to throw them. This is fine. It's actually fine. Right, there's the key to the door. Don't know if there's anything else in there. There might be. Okay, the teleporter's in a nice location. We don't have to run through darkness. That's one thing. Alright, we have the key. What is that? Nothing. Nothing. There is a scroll back there. It's worth running through the darkness. I mean, I can't turn down the challenge drifts. I'm sorry. That's a lot of cells. Those and 2 levels in green. I'll take the... The challenge to actually not get injured or what? Because it used to be like you weren't allowed to get injured at all, but it looks like... I don't know. Yeah, which definitely not don't get injured and you're out. I didn't see those. Yep, definitely didn't just cheese that at all. Fuck me, fuck me. That's the problem. Okay, I don't know if it was necessarily worth this. Let's wait for the right time. That was not the right time. I don't think that was necessarily worth the extra level, you know? I don't think it was. But what's done is done. That's nice. Cannot take it back. Mushroom boy. Just gonna sell you. Mushroom boy. I'm sorry. Oh. I think I missed something. Just by the engravings, the body in this sarcophagus might have been someone important. The treasure hunter with the weirdo hairdo must have opened this sarcophagus and never made it back up. Looks like Paul Bugger found something though. Something I'm not gonna keep. It's some money. Okay. Well, I don't think that was necessarily worth it. All things considered. Right, went back for some light. All things considered. That might not have been the greatest use of our time. Ow. Oh my god. Actually... yeah! It didn't pay off! Okay, I dove in some major trouble there. Just a little. I've got a voice message. I do need to message back. But I need to do 3 hours a day until the end of the month to get the what do you call it? The equivalency thing, the guarantee from Twitch. It's only $1.39, but I do need to... Bye, invisible enemy. I do need to make my hours for the guarantee. Oh my god. He does not stop. He is relentless. He is chasing me down. What is this? Bow! Quick bow. You wouldn't guess that it's a quick bow. That's actually a really tasty bow. I like it. I'm as fast as you now, invisible cheesy man. He's actually not even turning invisible. They've nerfed this invisible bro immensely. Wow. I can't believe that hit me. He's actually not as terrible as you see. Well, used to be atrocious. There's one of our scrolls. We're green, why not? We go green. They're environmentally friendly. Very environmentally friendly. I like our quick... I mean, we missed a scroll, perhaps. Perhaps. You don't have to. Okay, so we've got 30 seconds to find another scroll. That's the next thing. That's really, 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 really slow. It could be on an enemy. I'm going for it. 20 seconds. There it is. And a secret thing. Right. Green it is. I feel uneasy when I'm next to this monolith. I should leave fast. It is pulsating. Okay, maybe we're not green. Hard like swords. The DPS on this is great, but... Aha. That replaces both weapons. I don't like that. So, I'm sorry, Hyperlight Drifter. Not today. This is such a long run to our thing. I hate it. Okay. Take me out. We got both of our levels. We're in the Dilapidated Arboretum with bonuses. And we get our 2 minutes off. We don't get the 30 kills one, but that's fine. Got everything we could maximize that. It's purple. It's level 4 whip early. You know what? We're purple. We're not green. We're purple. We've got a really, really quick bow. We've got a whip that's purple and high level early. It's this. It's a flask. Of course it is. Although it's a giant dead slug of some kind. Okay. Activates the force field. Your HP falls below 15%. Can only be used once every 120 seconds, but still, that's huge. Recover 2.2% after parrying a melee attack. Reduce a curse. Okay, that's good. Trap damage is capped, but your max HP, but when hit increases your movement. Activates force field. Melee attacks restore a small amount of HP, depending on attack damage as long as you have an active speed buff. But see, as long as it wasn't the active speed buff there, it would be great. Orky-pack. That's tempting, but it's a waste of a thing. Attacking a frozen, stunned, or rooted enemy close range reduces cooldowns. See, I don't like any of them. Honestly, I don't want any shields, ranged weapons. Right, let's start thinking about Swift Sword. It's fast. Right, we're going purple. Whip, Theta Stiletto. That's a purple sword. But we don't want it just yet. So we're going to take it to 1. We'll take it later in the run. Later in the run. When it'll be high level. Because if we take it now, it'll just be trash. Let's upgrade this early because it's cheap. To S. Okay. Now it's just going to be huge damage. So we're going to keep this for a while and then we'll get that other thing later. And we're purple. So. Causes a bomb. Melee attacks cause 6 projectiles to fall out. Plus 10% damage if you're close to deployed skill. Plus 20. We're going to deploy skills, I reckon, in purple. So I'm going to take that. Then. I mean, rather than waste it, I mean, we could recover the 3,000 we just spent. Sure. Whatever. We're taking the money. We'll take the risk of the health and we'll take the money. And that pays for the upgrades we wasted our money on to get the strong whip. I don't like the whips that much, but it'll be worth it. And we're getting more golden stuff here anyway. Like, look at that. They all bend the knee. of the way. That's actually a good thing about it. Like, it does make the enemies bend. And we're fast, right? Mushroom boy. That's the horrible mushroom, though. Like, the big one that makes things hit us. Okay. So if it fires at the wrong enemy now, like, it's not the end of the world. Just fire a million whips. I mean, million arrows, whatever. Works. See, that's stopping things dead in their tracks. It's just so good. Okay, must be a bit more careful of that. That Sonic is the problem. Okay, we left a chicken back there. We want that, because we wasted our health. Right, be a bit more careful of things that you're jumping on. We don't have an actual deployable at the moment, but we will. Don't send your little bro like that. Okay. So we're purple. Where is that mushroom? Is it down? I think it's down there. The floor kind of gave way underneath us. Everything is exploding. Okay, so we've taken more damage to the scenery traps than anything right now. Bow and endless quiver. Unlimited ammo. The last shot is the critical. I mean, it's more damage. I can't resist. Whilst we got the quick thing, sure. But do like more damage. Interesting. I mean, this is just more HP, so... Don't throw that shit at me. And parts already. That's surprising. We left some money back there. We're not abandoning it. Underneath that. Unplant yourself. How do we get down there? The long way. I feel like there's... There we go. An enemy nearby. I saw it. Too late. Everything is dropping a lot more stuff. I saw that we were studying it too late. That's it. You call him over and don't even bother attacking. you do that. Wow, there are not many teleporters in this level, huh? Okay, let's be a little more careful than that. Right, so we're going tactics then. It might be worth buying, especially a wolf's trap. But we'll wait for now. Everything definitely dropping lots more money. You cannot deny that. Which, you know, maybe it's worth buying something in the shop because everything is literally dropping money. I saw it. Can't hide secrets from me. There are literally no teleporters. 5 minutes. That's pretty quick. Careful. Yes. Definitely being more careful. That's definitely something we're doing. We're definitely being more careful about everything. One boss cell door. What are you hiding? Everything freezes when something dies. Is that a secret? No? Just a light? Yep, missed every shot. Tactics. Biter Swarm. I don't know what I want to bite, if anything, either. Is the thing, though. Like, I know I should be. That's just the start of the level. I was like, are we going to fight a ticket? No, it's not that level. That's 30. Hello. Machete and pistol. Ooh, you also sell. That sucks. That really sucks to lose the combo like that. To a stinky mushroom that charged in and I tried to attack it and my guy attacked the wrong direction. Yeah, I'm just being more careless now because we lost the combo anyway. It's purely because we lost the combo, like not for any other reason. We'd rather go fast now. The electric kills them whilst they're like that. Haha. Is there anything in here? An elite yeeter? Oh, you're yeeter. I was like, what's a yeeter? Wow, easy. That's trash. Reveals secret walls. Reveals in. Oh, that's why we could see the invisible people. I didn't realize. I mean, I do hate the invisible bros. We already kind of have secret vision as it is anyway. But, like, the 5% less damage is something. Starts taking immediately so much ridiculous, stupid damage. Prison depths. Do I want to go there? That's the question. That's so much money. No, we want to go to the morass, because that's literally incentivized. Can't hide that from me. That was actually in a dirty spot, I'll admit. Okay, yes, we didn't do too well on the previous challenge. I will admit. Downward smash burns the ground. Purple, we are purple, so I gotta take it. Okay, that was not the way to handle that. I'll admit. I think I got myself in an awful spot here. It's fine. Hello. What's that? I've never seen that dummy before. Oh, we're so close to clutching that. Okay. I had to think for a moment about that. There might be something at the end if you do the rift without taking damage. I'm not sure. I think that's what it used to be. But it might not be anymore, so who knows. Wait, is this a traverse area? Is this a secret? Did I just break a secret by smashing the floor like that? Warning, do not water the plants. Okay, I'll water the plants, but where does it go? Do I want to water the plant? I want to water the plants. There has to be a way of watering the plants, right? I want to water the plants. I want to do it. I know you say not to, but that makes me want to even more. Rapier, which isn't our colour, or Biter Swarm. Okay, now we don't need to buy anything. Because we got 2 purples. There's nowhere else. I want to water the plants. They need watering. Every time. Every time. Secrets? Secrets? Nope. 9:46, 9:47. We're just wasting the clock. Harder level, and we don't have a sacrifice for the boss, but maybe. Yeah, we didn't do that. Maybe we find a mushroom boy. Armadillo pack. Rolling also parries attacks and projectiles with the shields in your backpack. Okay, so you can get multiple types of special backpack for the different builds. Rolling leaves 3 crows behind you, up to a maximum of 1901 damage each. Okay, caltrops. Don't need to call them crow's feet, they're caltrops. Inflict 64 damage per second per arrow stuck in end. That could actually be powerful with the infinite bow. That could be ridiculous with the infinite bow. Like, we just literally bow and bow and bow and bow and bow. Because it's endless. That is ridiculous. That's overpowered. And we've got room for mutations. We'll wait on that. Okay. Where is it? We can't take it this floor. Oh, maybe we can. Okay. That is what we're taking. Because now we can just bow everything to death. I'm going to resist upgrading that just yet. I just got something ridiculous. Okay. Now, the enemies will end us damage. So now we just shoot millions of arrows in them and they'll take excessively increasing damage per second. And on top of the additional damage we're doing anyway, it should be pretty powerful. Like, each arrow is 64 DPS plus the damage that it does. And they'll stay in it forever. Until it dies. So that seems huge. And that thing's already dead. That thing that was owning us last round is already dead. Bosses are just gonna melt with that. That's ridiculous. The bosses. Cannot live. Okay, well now we're just a bowman. Now we're just a bowman. Because it's... stronger than anything else that we got. Okay, why go down when there's literally a... area. And we make them all bend the knee. And that hits from a distance. Hi. A challenge rift, you say? Well, firstly, do with literally everything in the floor. I'm gonna get my 60 enemies first. Because it seems better that we kill 60 enemies whilst we can, then we'll do the challenge. Sure, this is more health. And he continues to take the DPS. Like, don't... well, I'm gonna curse it. I don't think we lose this one. Not with this, right. This is another mini-boss, though. We're not ready for that. Sure, we didn't take damage before. Let's not be too arrogant. Let's not be too arrogant. Like, there's endless quiver with this power up is spicy one. Someone's taking damage over there, I hear it. Let's see the gold. 36. You deal with the biters. The army of biters. Discipline. Close. Blowgunner's outfits. I didn't want to get injured, so 40. I don't like this. Didn't like that situation much. Okay, there's still enemies attacking. Blowgunner is a problem. You can make that jump. Come on. Oh. In fact, could not. Stop hocking on my thing. Stop spitting my thing. Okay, the exit. A new disciple. We're not ready for the boss. We kind of want to find a sacrificial lamb. I saw them. I saw them. Okay. For lack of a better term. Hi. Okay, he came to say hello. 15. $54. There might be 6 over here. Might be. And another blueprint. Smoke bomb. 3 enemies. Didn't see them. 60. Okay. We no longer have to worry about not getting injured. Because we have killed everything. Well, enough for the things. For the unlock in the next room. And we've got an extra level. Which increases the damage our stuff does from being stuck in enemies. So now they do even more DPS. Hi. Chaos! Incarnate! As an elite enemy, in case you wondered what was happening there. It's 2 levels. I can't not. Like, sure, we're giving up a purple, but it's 2 levels. I can't. I'm sorry. Well. The next move is to do this. See if there's an area beyond. Then we can think about the cursed chest. It is dead. I think we've got a powerful build. I mean, I could get the cursed chest. I don't want to though. Like, we've got too good a builds. I don't want to risk it, honestly. Like, one hit and we just lose the brilliant builds. If I take it, so. We don't need to risk it. Sure, that was probably 10. If not, that was, like, most definitely 10, right? That was a hit. If that was 9 and then we got hit there, that would be 10. Three boss cells again. It just isn't worth it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so that's the Hyperlight Drifter sword. 500. I mean, actually, until later. Like, we've got such an early big upgrade that we keep that. We press the advantage we got with the whip. Not the name. Hi! I'm not paying close enough attention to see them in the ceiling at times, I think. I wonder if showing invisible enemies shows them in the ceiling. We're gonna go to the challenge room. I don't think we're gonna screw it this bad in the challenge rift. Poisons enemies that wound you. Extra jump in midair. You know, I think that's probably better than what we got going on. I'm not trying to sell the scroll. And but there's going to be a point where it's going to be worth thinking about taking other health items or other levels. But we've got like 485. Okay. We've got an extra jump in midair as well. I rolled. I'll tell you. I'm gonna drink one. Like, why risk it for that? It almost looks like there might be something sneakily secret up there, right? Almost. Damn it. I don't know, is there ever anything still for going through those without getting injured? Because there used to be. You know, we got so much money that I don't actually care about that. I actually do not care about that. Right, if we can see a mushroom boy for a sec. Which means we might want to manipulate the shop. To be agreed. It's a trap! I can react quick enough. Well, I'll just let you die to the DPS. That wasn't entirely what I wanted to do. Mushroom boy in the chest. Nope. We're gonna stick to our biters. Like, sure, the red is great. There's still another area. I don't know if we left any enemies alive better. This looks like it's a third mic. Which... somehow... oh no, it's just this. Is there anything up here? I see it. Hi. Seems one of them made it out finally. Oh, guy didn't get far. Oh. Some leftovers. This food is infected with the malaise. Does it malaise me if I sell it? No. I guess that's why he was chained up. But don't think we want to be malaised. Okay, I don't have the sacrifice. What happens if I quite trick? Yeah, it has to be just mushroom boy. Okay. Well, this is going to be the first time actually dealing with this boss, but we've got a pretty strong builds, so I think we should be able to deal with this. I like to provide you with invaluable assistance if you can reach him. Again, I didn't pay attention to look in all those little crevices. Oh yeah, forgot. I almost forgot we had actually done this challenge. That's trash. That's... it's green. Resin flammable oil. Biters crawl from the victims. Plus 62% damage, plus 60% damage to it. Please. Good. I mean, I'm going to replace biter form with that. Like, it also does create biters, so it's something. Sure, we take a bit more damage, but it also roots them to the ground, which is very good. I could unlock more purple things. I'm going to put it in the money. I think that's the smart use of our money. Put it in the money. I'm not going to upgrade it. Thank you. Hi. Hello. Yes. Why hello? Cause the bomb if you do danger out. Plus, there are no enemies. But we kind of are getting in the mix. Right. What are our general ones? HP is increased by 50%. Critical hits reduce cooldown. The recovery being 3 times long isn't bad. We don't need 2 times weapon ammo. Increases your health by 12%. You know, we're going to take that one. I think that's what we're going for on this one. Right, okay. I clicked it, I'm telling you. 1854. So if there was an 18-minute one after this, like, we're a bit late. But the nest spills forth. Hi, we didn't have a sacrifice for you, I'm sorry. Armor tick. Okay. I mean, I don't know how you work, Mama Tick, so... I need to attack them. Hi. Okay, that's the problem. I think we just dodge at this stage because it's not really attacking them, is it? I'll just sit back here. Ow. Okay. I got all my eyes on you. We beat her. Okay, so we didn't get the benefits from killing her before because we didn't actually kill her. I mean, we've got level 6. Oof, the 2 times damage is actually not that good either. Got a better one already. Okay, we're rich! If only in real life. To the next level. I mean, we didn't no-hit it, but we did take her out. So... 15 no hits. You don't actually give me a lot of cells, do you, Mama? I guess we need to save them from the level 4 and like think about that. It's like, you know, we can do the mid-bosses easily. We should just do it. Yeah, I know I've got plenty of money. I'm just gonna toddle. I have nothing for you. Please don't break the whoops. Rolls into it twice. Bit late, I read it a bit too late there. Sorry. The graveyard is an option here. I told you it was. I guess sometimes there'll be the new DLC instead of the graveyard then. Okay. I don't know if I necessarily want to go to the graveyard. And we don't have the rose keys this time to go and like secret things. You know, if it had let me go in the graveyard on that run. Definitely would have. I don't think we're ever doing like time-based challenges. Give me the money. I know we're rich. An extra 500 quid. Yes, I will take. Wow, there wasn't an early downgrade. I thought we were going to get in before the heads come off then, but I think I was mistaken. Well, that's going to be a problem when we come back up. You're a bit late, Mushroom Boy. Okay, he died pretty easily. You know, seeing the invisible enemies on this area might actually be, like, what we should have gone with, because I've just realised there's, like, the thing that turns everything invisible. But as well, we kind of will need to deal with. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We have come to that bridge! I don't think we're no-hitting it. But, you know, we're at that point of the game where it's like, you're pretty strong, but you don't need to no-hit things. And it'd be nice to get, like, a super upgrade. Maybe not never. No-hit these areas, but it'd be good to do that for the 60 enemies. Death Orb is strong. You know what? This goes with our rooted synergy, and this isn't that great. We will take more damage, but I'll take it. That wasn't the key door either. Where are they hiding it? Hi. That's the problem with invisible enemies. He was literally kissing us and I didn't even realise it. Okay. And that's the problem with Death Orb. It's so slow, actually. Hi! No, she's a drop in, Kung Lao. I actually thought he had stopped short of the hole. Nope! he dove on ahead. He did die from the fall. But still funny. Heavy cross. Oh. I hate that that's been nerfed like that. I'm gonna stick with the infinite bow anyway. Like, the damage per second with this infinite bow is gonna be ridiculous. The more we upgrade it, for sure. What is the point of this? Oh, because it takes us to the door. I will not get over there until I'm ready. Actually, that whip's pretty strong like that. I never realised it had such good attack like that. You can electrify the water as well. Okay, this whip is turned out pretty strong in this area. I think this whip's going to be pretty powerful. If we can kill that guy before he starts spawning. So this guy is not whipping. I don't know what that green thing is. Feels very awkwardly quiet. Okay, I think we got a strong build here. I may have said that earlier already. Right, stand still. Yeah, there's no no cheese in this. I should not have been so careful. I should have just gone for it. Right. I don't know how close we were to getting good things. 600. 1% HP recovered. 100% extra damage taken though. Nope, I think I'll pass. That's an interesting, different thing. What is that top area? Like, that's even on the map. That's not just for show. Why can't I jump? Why am I so slow? There's something up there. It's probably up here. Oh. How do I get there? How do I get there? Okay, it looks like there's nothing, but still. Like, that's actually on the map, and normally nothings aren't shown on the map like that. Normally if it's on the map, it's something. Extra significant amount of health. I think I'm gonna detect that. But that's not an insignificant amount of health. I mean, we need to unlock the nonsense first. Why do I even do this? Wolf's Trap. Tempting. Right, every 14 seconds, that's every 16. Gonna sell it. That's just for money. For 500 quid. I don't care to even walk up there, even though it's literally easy. We've got so much money that surely 500 quid won't make a difference. Surely. Okay. We're in a reasonable spot. Like, our damage and everything is pretty good. Just don't want to die to stupid mistakes is all we need to do. We can still get 60 enemies. Especially if we're doing like distance crossbowing. And especially if there's like 3 enemies like that. Wow. I thought the bow would go through. I'll take it, I'll take it. Shovel. See, that... You would think maybe you could dig out the other secret area, but it was like, use the tool to get through. Maybe if you have a shovel, you can dig through the wall. I wouldn't put it past them to have developed it so that... so that one specific weapon can do it. Right, there's an invisible man. I'm not trying to be too resinous. I just want to deal with the guy that makes everything invisible first. Okay. Why are you still invisible? I killed the invisible bro. That is weird. Double crossbow matting. Funny. There's another one somewhere, isn't there? Yep, he's literally just below it. Oh, he's got so much health. Right, 35, 37. I want the 60. I don't care. I want the 60 hits without taking damage. Clutch. Clutch. That's still a lot of extra HP on the green, isn't it? Especially as we took the skill. Like, that is so much more. Like, it normally gives a lot of extra HP as it is, but with that skill, like, that's just, like, huge amounts of extra HP. Like, don't die on a trap. There's 2 trap routes. Interesting. So, one is definitely the shop, which is pointless. 3 trap routes. I mean, if we get 60, is this? That's damaging as well. On trap route. Okay, there's a route that isn't traps. We're going to get our 60 first, and then we can start thinking about dangerous routes. Okay. 53. $57. 58. Okay, there's 60. Okay, now we can start thinking about deadly trap route. And not be too care. Not care too much. $700. Like, the whip is just so much better still. Like, this was like the get through really, really quick whip, and these are like only just level 4. Matching it. Powerful grenades. 906. I do like the root. Plus 95% damage. Okay, I'm going to replace the death orb with that. We don't need the arrows that are stuck coming back particularly, but it's a big amount of damage. Which is why we're taking it. And if we upgrade green, reasons to upgrade green. Hiatus. It'll do even more damage. Okay, well, we needed to go through one of these paths to get to Annex there, it seems. So that's a teleport back out, should we need it. Right, this is an exit. Not yet an exit. It's a cursed treasure. Considering we're going down death routes and trap routes with no enemies left in the map, I think that I'll pass on that. Because I don't want to die just for taking a little bit of damage. This is the shop. Tactic. Bow and endless quiver. Mark 6. Shots pierce the first target, bites its crawl from the dead, and does a lot of damage, and we can pay to upgrade it to make it easy. Yes. I think that's worth it. Like, yes, we will take some extra damage from using it. Getting out of this level, we'll upgrade it and it'll be huge damage, because that's our primary damage. Okay, so caverns we've unlocked. Are all the exits here? Wait. There's the path back up there. How did I miss that? How, when we were looking for any route that wasn't death, did most definitely looking like it's death. Oh, the Forgotten Sepulchre though. Hello, game, let me select this one there. I'm gonna go to the caverns. Like, they are harder enemies, sure. It isn't incentivized. But I'm doing it. This is where we live. Slow and steady wins the race, indeed. 33 minutes and 8 seconds in. Because we get the 60 enemies. A lot of cells. The Nutcracker. Nope. Mushroom Boy. Or a double crossbow matic. They all sell for the same price. Poisons the enemy. Drops the grenades. Sadly, nothing good. Like, if this would have been something better than our whip, huge. It's green. I mean, if we were pivoting to green, which we're not, it's gonna sell. If we were pivoting to green, that would have been huge. Shovel. Or the scythe. Inflicts a critical hit if you previously used the other claw. Okay, so there are 2 claws. Recovered from the stinging carcass of Mama Tick might come in handy. Knocks back enemies and bombs. Okay. We are purple, right? Yes, okay. So, now is the time of our discontent. No, now we will unlock this. I think this is the right moment. 80 cells. Right. Repels all enemies. You know what? That sounds pretty good. And it's purple. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to put the rest into this. Okay. So. I mean, sure, it's 700. It's colourless. We could pivot into green. We could. Launch a grenade. Plus 15% damage for hits in the back. Inflicts a crit if it's bleeding or poisoned. I don't think we cause them to bleed or be poisoned. Also inflict shock damage. I mean, it's better than what we got. So that is an S. But if I upgrade this to S, it will be better. That's the only reason it's doing more damage. Because I upgraded it to S, of course. Okay. We're going to swap that for that. Then, right, so we upgrade this, and now it's better. And then we'll upgrade this, right? So, plus 30% to a slowdown, plus 60% to that, 40% to a burning. Launch grenade shots, pierce the first target. Okay, we're no longer rooting things. Wave of Denial. I don't think we're going to upgrade the Wave of Denial, honestly. I mean, let's just make it do a lot more damage. Now it's like 1330. Okay, sure, we take a bit more damage now, but... Okay, we're full of that. Don't get crushed by the lifts. Now we should destroy. Now we should destroy things. I don't know if that increased the time it takes to cast or it reduced it. Because if it reduced it, that's really, really good. I know there were perks to do that, which I haven't taken. But should have maybe thought about taking. So it is incentivized. Here we go. Oh. The Wave of Denial only throws them back if they're right next to us. I understand. Okay, you are weird. They've changed the enemies again. Hi. I'm not familiar with that enemy, so... It used to be that there'd be gigantic versions of the enemies from earlier, but now they're like their own enemies. The sword does smell funny. They managed to enrich the king. But could this all be the cause of the malaise? Great weapons. Must have been all cozy and warm here if they were hiding weapons. Bow and endless quiver! We did just spend a lot of money upgrading that one, sadly. But, plus 50% extra damage to enemies when we're at max HP. Critical hits deal 20% more damage, and it launches a grenade. And we can upgrade it to S at the end of this floor. And it definitely does do critical hits. Causes. Or does do. Into combined words. Doses. Yes, it's the new words. It does and causes at the same time critical hits. The music's far too epic. Hi. Okay, he caught me a bit there. Hi guys, snooze. Mr. Hansy! Hi. I'd never met Mr. Hansy before either. Okay, that's just water. Right. Oh, because you can fly, that fall damage didn't hurt you. Nice to learn. That's the problem. That guy had a lot of health. Wow, you waited until I started healing. Guess I need to be a bit more situationally aware. I really don't like those birdie things. But these big guys are also pretty bad. This is a problem! I lived. We lived. It's fine. I guess that's to stop you falling in the acids. Electric beam there. You know, we're not afraid. You can't live your life in fear. You cannot. You cannot live your life in fear. You must embrace. And not fall down the hole. And that was just open, so I was like, what was that right click thing there? Was that law? Okay. I don't think I like this wave of denial. It's not really doing a lot for us. Other than making dubstep noises. And not helpful to anyone. That is a lot of health. And our weapons are primarily colorless. So if I let green take over, it doesn't kill us. The dubstep machine is rolling in. I think. Hi. Okay, I think we killed him by using him off the cliff. This is fine. What's that? A terrible idea! It's a trap! That's what that is. Also, we had a head off, which also meant we got injured. Why did we fall so slow there? That was like literal slow motion slamming to the ground. Wow. That was terrible. Okay, at least he takes damage over time from that. Yeah, I think arrows are definitely the MVP with the damage over time. I don't think we wanted to do that. This is an elite. It's fine. Fire Blast 9. Oh, that was just so slow. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm doing that because we do more damage at full HP. Minotaurs. And, you know, that's just smart. Green. Damn it. Hi. And Z, please. Damn it. Fine. You can take the damage. I hate those traps. Okay. Yeet. Christopher Yeet. Take it. The flying alcoholic. Is that really what that enemy is? It's a flying alcoholic. Okay, we took care of the birds. What a name for an enemy. Flying alcoholic. I like that everything does transition between and follow us. Okay. We're going with this. Like, we're getting... That's actually scaling as well. That gives even more HP the more green we take. Green is then. That was... The more of those we take, the more extra HP it also gives. That's broken. That is so broken. He's in a bit of a problematic place, but he will eventually die. Purely because their arrows stuck in him. And now he's got our heads on him as well. Eventually. Okay. And this bomb is going to become so strong. Up and up we go. Stop shooting at the wrong enemy. Shoot at the birds. That guy isn't even paying attention. Tracking again. Like every time. Oh, you're attacking this enemy. I think it'd be nice if we shot this other guy. Oh, that one's coming to... Nah, we'll shoot this guy. That's no threat to you at all. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. I knew there were secrets. Trying to get you to throw your head the other way. Now, the problem is there's a key involved in that secret. And we seem to be lacking a key. Right, time to explore the level for a key. Knew there was. I think that's just death. Damn it! I should have just focused the one. Okay, so we're solidly into green territory. Imagine if I also took the 50% extra HP. Like, I think that's green as well. Like, that would just be... Ooh. You would never die. Never ever die. There's a whole area there. It might be up here. Yeah, looking for the key. We'll find a key. One boss though. Okay. What are you hiding? Chest. I mean, sure, it had some value, but we're not in reds. We're not Team Reds. Hello. Okay, they were taking a lot more damage before, and I don't think my grenade actually hit him, so... There is a point we're going to have to think about pivoting now. Oh, that is dirty. That hurt us after he died. You know, there is a point that we're going to have to consider our health. I don't think there's anything there. I think that's just for show. We've actually got a large amount of health, considering it looks quite empty. It's a lot of health still. It's still plenty. Copium. Yeah, I think our bow just destroys now. I think our bow just destroyed. We're using that zoom a bit wisely. Fine, we'll take out the small enemy. I hate when it makes me fall slow. Like, I'm trying to slam into the guy, so we're just going to slowly descend you. Why? Didn't ask for a slow and peaceful descent, did I? We have gone green. We have pivoted into green. And this stiletto, well, I guess it's colourless. So I guess it will change colour to whatever the top colour is, which I didn't realise it did. With colourless weapons. I didn't mean to slam. I actually did not mean to slam to the ground. See, this is why you need the map. For this area. If I died to that. Because I could smell there was a secret thing. But I need the key. And I guess you need the map to know where the key is. But it's probably down here. We lost a lot of health. Like, actually a lot of our health. I knew he was going to come for us. Think. Like, we have to take it. We're not chickening out. We had to take it on. And that's not a pun on it being a bird. Strap. Covers the ground with an oil that burns when destroyed. Taking it. Like, it's way better than the Wave of Denial. There's a secret there. Maybe there's a secret there as well. On the other side, on the left. But again, you need the map to see where these invisible platforms are. There's probably a secret jumping off to the right there as well, I can tell. Especially as they put that laser there. But we don't have the health to mess about, sadly. We're gonna have to leave. We don't have the health to mess about, and we're not wasting the run on that. But there's the secret, and I knew it, and I smelt it before we even found that thing. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, okay, take the piss. We will, someday. Yeah, we won't get 60, were we, on that? Now, look who's here. I mean, it's one cell. Happy holidays. It's one cell. Can't not. Right. Hold the attack to inflict a critical hit. Interesting. Whatever we take will be colorless, right? First thoughts. We had that unlocked, but again, I guess we don't want that. Peter Cross. Explosive. We'd like the infinite emic. We don't want a shield. We're not taking a mutation. Heavy turret. Oh, you think 15% more damage if you need the turret. I'm considering that. That might be colorless as well. Colorless. Okay. So that's a lot of damage. Okay, I'm replacing the grenades. 2,000 damage though. Take 25% less damage if we're near it, and we inflict more damage if we're near it. Like, it just seems smart, honestly. It's the smart thing. Right, okay, so we upgrade this. Unlimited ammo, plus 8% damage to a poison. Poisonous snake. And if we increase them, we take even more damage. So, I'm not going to. We get a full refill. For a moment I was like, hang on, we might not get a full refill. You know, it's the hard modes. We might not get a full refill here. And that would have been a problem. Giants often came at the bottom of the cave to recharge. Nothing beats a good lava bath. Okay. I can do this. I forget how to fight this boss. But we can do this. Giants. Sniffs us. Go here. He's really had its way with you. Yes, indeed. Even with your arrogance, which has brought nothing but ruin to the kingdom. In spite of all my warnings, which you definitely didn't have because you'd already beat the game before I even existed. Not a shred of hope is left to us. Die! Helps if we... because the up arrow doesn't actually attack that. I wonder, does the wolf trap cause that to be stuck so that we can, like, smack him in the eye? I think the wolf trap might be cheesing it a bit. We're getting this. Magic. I think the wolf's trap was causing us to be able to do that before we were meant to. Maybe not. But I did think it was stopping the hands. Okay, I think we've got this. He just looks at his hand injured. You were a model for all of us. What drove you to all this destruction? You managed to destroy your own body. For all the alcohol, and all the flying. My king. You. You're an idiot. Are an incorrigible ass. Thanks. Wesley Crusher. That's a lot of damage. We've got so much money. Bow and endless. It's the same level, and we've got an S graded, so it's not better. High peak athletes incentivized, yes, but we kind of already. Throne room. We can just skip straight to the throne room. Okay, so you can incentivize me to take some extra levels and take a lot more damage, or I can just go straight to the boss. I think we can do this. Like, that level is actually so much extra damage. Like, it's not worth it. Okay, didn't take time. Extra levels anyway. Extra health. Okay. So much extra health. Hi. Life dance, lacerate an aura. Ice armor isn't terrible either. I'm just gonna put it into the gold reserves, honestly, my friends. Okay, so in this instance, because we're not getting anything else, like, we are taking more damage now, but that's probably not the smartest. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. Okay, if I can find a way to poison, generate a toxic cloud around the trap. Okay, that poisons them. And then everything does damage to a poison, and that generates the toxic cloud as well. Okay, we actually just skilled out on everything. We got a few heals. Like, it wasn't the full restoration to our heals, but we got a few. With Southern Era. And the king has lived here as a recruit for a very long time. No one knows what he eats, other than the souls of his victims. You are protecting nothing and no one. I'm sorry. Ow, how dare you? How very dare you? I'm your king. I am your king. Shit. Okay, we're taking some dumb damage there. Quite a bit of actual dumb damage. Shit. That was close. I was like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. 2 boss cells. Them cell 2. We were so close to death, I thought we were done for. Okay, recycling tube. That's new. This requires 5 boss cells. There are 4 lights. No, there are 5 lights. Cindy so shells drawing the King's Castle. It's surprising because that's exactly where we are, in his throne room. Need to know what's behind that. Someday we will know. Back to the beginning we go. Someday we will know. But now we're at 2 boss cells. Run duration 53 minutes and 30. Up guard and at them again. On hard modes. On hard modes. I'm no normal player. We beat it on hard modes. And then the 2 boss cells begins. But not today. Not today. Yon Velement Julian. Social hierarchy, there are dogs, there are rats, and just below them, the prisoners. But we're also below everything else because we're in the sewers. Like, the dead giant is still on that picture. He's definitely not dead, is he? Or did he come back from the dead as well? But he went for a nice little hot bath. What's that other chest? Residual cells! Ooh. 40 cells from our previous run. I just have some residual cells. I didn't ever know that was a thing. Da, da, da. Very hard. Okay, improve the legendary forge. Okay, so we can make that even better. Let's you acquire the next boss. Oh, very important. 2 more cells found on enemies. Removes all health fountains. Oh no, there's only a single health flask and literally no more health fountains. No more health fountains at all. We've got to set it on that ready. Something seems to have changed, yes. What level? Ooh, some nice looking weapons, I will admit. And then we got an outfit for 1 cell, which was the drunken sailor. Reverse burglar, retro, flying alcoholic. It's Santa. It is. It's not as Santa as the actual Santa skin, but it's a Santa Dead Cells. I'll give them that. So there's multiple Santa skins. Interesting, interesting. But that's where we're going to call it a day. I'll be back on Friday with something else. Have a good week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.